Hey, what's up, y'all? Welcome to my Mahogany Sweets. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe button. I wanted to come today because as I was straightening my hair, because nothing has been working out for it, right? My hair has been through a tragedy from me bleaching it, which wasn't actually the problem. My hair can handle bleach. It stays healthy, moisturized, and everything is fine. But then after I did that, I tried to dye out my gray. So I dyed my hair, and that is what messed it up, right? It jacked it up, and then I panicked, start cutting with some bold scissors that made it even worse. So I have been trying to rejuvenate my hair, get her back to life, to health. But I had washed it or whatever, and then I decided I was going to do some twists, wear some mini twists as I've worn before. They looked nice in my like Oprah Winfrey and Lonnie Love video. I was going to try and wear those twists. Did not come out right, wasn't looking good. So I decided I was going to go with the straight look to get me by, which I've had my hair like that in my Eminem video, which it was actually bleached then, healthy, fine, everything was cool. So I rinsed it black and just trying to get it back to health or whatever. My sister, I wanted to do an updo. My sister does hair, so I had paid her to do me some dreads, but we haven't set a schedule yet that works for both of us for me to be able to get it done. So I'm like, I'm gonna just straighten it, and that's what I wanted to come and talk to you guys about. My mother, she had one natural. I'm the one who helped her take care of her hair and everything. And I figured that you guys might be confused just like her. She had told me she wanted a straight look because sometimes I straighten my hair. And she was like, I need you to wash it, blow dry it, press it, and flat iron it. And I'm like, yo, hold up, slow your roll. You don't need to do all that. If you want the straight look, we can wash it, oil it, let it air dry, and then I can flat iron it straight. And she was like, no, I don't think that's going to work. Do you see how thick and natural my hair is, especially after a wash? And I said, yes, I'm aware of all that. I said, in case you didn't know, I do not use a blow dryer. I don't even own a blow dryer or a pressing comb. So she was shocked to find out that I go from my natural hair to the straight look still on natural hair without using any other heat other than the flat iron. So I'm going to show you guys how to do that. And she actually was confused about how to moisturize it for that look. Because she was like, well, after we watched it, she's like, well, what oils should I use? How should I moisturize my hair since I'm not wearing it natural? It'll be being straight. I said, you still use all the same products. So I am actually right now flat ironing my hair off hair that air dried in twist with still using leave-in conditioner and my other moisturizer such as that. You do not have to change the way you moisturize your hair or any of that to go to the straight look. The only reason why you would use a blow dryer is if you do not have the time to wait for your hair to air dry. Then you would use a blow dryer for convenience in that sense. But let's get started. As you see, I did kind of take my hands and rake it through the twist after I had took them down. Don't worry about my edges. You know, they disappeared on me. That's a whole nother story. I don't even want to talk about it. But anyway, I've already done the back, straightened it. But I am about to do the front part. And all you're going to do is you're going to section it. You're going to use small to medium sections. That's what I use. I go through my hair first with the wider tooth end, and then after I do that, I go through it with the smaller tooth end, and then I just take that smaller tooth end, put it up here, take my flat irons, put it there, and then I line it up with the comb and just take it through, just like that. And that is all it is to it. Now, I do not have 4C hair, so would this method still exactly work the same for them? I believe it would. I would say just use even smaller sections to do it. My mother does not have specifically 4C hair, but it's like maybe like 4B hair. And I use the same technique on her with no problem. And she was astonished, and I figured maybe y'all will be too. You can alleviate heat even with wearing a straight look by simply just letting your hair air dry and only using the flat iron to straighten it. And the reason why you use the smaller tooth end up against it is because it straightens out the hair in front of the flat iron for the heat to literally be able to straighten each specific strand. And sometimes, you know, I'll do it without having the comb behind it. That also works with no problem. But you just do it like that. And then what I will do is, the reason why I'm not really curling any bend is, like I said, if you're looking at Eminem video, when I flat iron my hair to wear straight look, I literally pretty much wear it straight, and I don't really like a bend on the ends. So what I'm going to do after I get finished flat ironing is I'm just going to wrap it around my head. It is going to flatten out the hair that's right from the root. It is going to straighten that out, flatten that out. It is going to silkify, I know that's not a word, but it's going to silkify your hair for it to be even straighter than what it is now, which it is pretty straight. So this can be a technique that can work for you and maintain your healthy hair if you are natural and want to wear the straight look from time to time. And with my edges, I really don't even worry about those because, like I said, they not really there anyway. So once I get finished wrapping it, it's already thin, which makes it to where I don't need to press them or flat iron them. And with the wrap, it's also going to silk these out, and then I'm also going to put edge control on them anyway. When I get to where I'll be like, oh, let me try and grow these out, leave them alone, then I just wear my hair in a hairstyle that covers my edges to where I can leave them alone and not constantly picking at them trying to lay them down. So if you are also having edge problems, that's what you can do. The best thing to do is try to leave them alone, because believe it or not, gelling them, brushing them down, braiding them and stuff or gluing wigs down to them is detrimental to them. It's putting stress on them. It is making them even more fragile. So if your goal is to grow your edges back, I believe that is possible, but you're going to have to leave them alone altogether. Nothing being glued down on them, nothing being brushed or combed on them constantly, and not having them in tight braids, putting tension on them. Leave them alone altogether. Camouflage them by keeping your hair over them. Or if you're wearing wigs as a protective style, go either in front of your edges or go behind them, so that they can be left alone and can regain strength and feel back out. But Manny did it. I went for years wearing, well, first for years I was natural, but then I went for years wearing sew-ins. And as it started bringing out my hair, I then began to glue down on the front part where my edges were. So it basically was like a sew-in all around here, and then I would glue it right here. So then that made them come out even more. And then I just started brushing them and jamming them down, trying to camouflage it, which made them come out even more. So I don't know when these things will ever come back, if they will ever come back. Because, you know, I did maybe about 6 years of damage to them. And it might take just as long for them to actually come back. I'm not sure. Matter of fact, it probably was longer than 6 years of damage to them. But even before I went natural, when I would perm my hair, I will only perm my hair like once a year, once every 6 months, or maybe, so I guess you could say twice a year. But even then, I let my hair air dry. I would not use blow dryers. I would just use the flat iron, because you just want to alleviate a lot of heat from your hair anyway. So this is how I get my straight look without touching the pressing comb or a blow dryer. You can, if you're natural, you can wash your hair, use all the same products, let it air dry, and go straight to the flat iron to straighten your hair. So I use the wider tooth, and then I go through with the smaller tooth. And as you see, no hair. I'm not pulling out hair, which if a little bit came out, that would be no problem, but I'm just letting you know that that's a benefit and reason to do smaller portions. Is so when you go to detangle with the comb, send the smaller end through, you're not pulling out your hair, and you're getting a better straightening of your hair if you use smaller portions. But yeah, y'all, I had jacked my hair up. I put a rinse on there now, and I was like, I might dye it black now, but I have caused a lot of damage to my hair, all from pitting that. It was like a dye specifically for gray hair, and I picked that on bleach, and the minute I rinsed it out, my hair just let me know right then, like, chick, I'm mad at you, you screwed up, and I just started panicking. I should have left it alone then, but I didn't. I immediately grabbed the scissors, like, okay, let me try, because my ends were just going through it. I was just like, what the heck? And I went to the scissors thinking, like, okay, I could try and cut out some of that fried, dried out damaged hair. And the scissors were bold. It just didn't help at all. So I actually need to be going to get my hair cut professionally soon with some better scissors, some shears. And like I said, then I had rinsed it black, which it seems to be recovering, but it's on a slow road to recovery. When I went to go cut, because I never cut my hair to try and make it, never cut my hair to make it even. I've only cut my hair to make it even maybe about like 3-4 times in my life. Other than that, I literally just go in to cut split ends, not to make it even. But I just really jacked up when I tried to dye out these grays that I got that are actually still here now. But I had a black rinse over it after all that happened. And the rinse is pretty much washed out. The grays are back again. And I think I'm just going to dye it black. But I prefer to wait to do that. Or maybe I should have that professionally done too. But I prefer to wait to do that until I get it cut right, to where it can thrive and be healthy. Because now the unevenness of my hair is just crazy. Like in the back, I tried to cut. Let me show y'all what I did, y'all. So I cut it all the way up to right here. But then in the middle over here, it has a part to where it looks like it goes like this. If you're looking at it from down, like it goes like that. Because I was just pulling sections and then just looking at the ends and chopping them in. Just jacked it up. But anyway, that's all I wanted to come and show you guys, that you can wear the straight look without using heat. You do not need to press and comb. You do not need to blow dry. You can go straight from washing your hair, oiling it, putting your leave-ins in it and all that. Let it dry, and then flat iron it. That's all you need. These flat irons are raggedy. These flat irons are about like 6-7 years old. Yes, and went off. They was called ceramic something. And yes, I do have them on the high heat 450. That is another reason why I do not use other heats, like use a press and comb or anything like that. Because not only don't I need it for the look, to get the straight look, it's already a lot of heat that's already being used. So, and when you flat iron your hair, if you just wrap your hair each night, like I said, after I wrap it tonight, once I'm done, you will see how straight it is, and you will realize that, right, you don't need to do all of that other stuff. And my mom's hair is actually thicker than mine, and like I told you, hers come out. I just did hers a couple of days ago, which is what gave me the idea to be like, okay, my hair not acting right. I don't know how the twist look. Let me straighten it. Her hair came out like straighter than this dark hair. So I'm just going to wrap it, and then it's going to be even straighter. Oh, and that's the other thing. You do not have to have your hair straightened to even cut. Like, you can cut, your ends can be cut if you go to a professional who trims ends. You can have your hair trimmed and cut without it being straight. It does not have to be straight to have your ends clipped. And they have many different techniques to cutting natural hair, cutting the split ends off natural hair. You can go and check out some of those, or go to the person who does hair at a salon professionally and have them do it, and they will let you know it does not have to be straight for them to cut your split ends. But I probably should have just not touched my hair since I was in a frantic mode anyway. And I just been apologizing to my hair, trying to let her know I'm sorry and I love her. Because with anything that breathes, which our hair, our scalp, our skin, are all living things. They breathe, they need food, they need nutrition, they need love. So I actually talk to my hair. I try and treat her well, and I try and listen to her. And she let me know how upset she was with me for bleaching it, which she was fine and strong enough to handle that, but then calling myself dining, which I don't know. I didn't really mess with dyes. I've only ever bleached my hair. So I didn't really know what I was looking for when I was at the beauty supply, and I guess the man sensed that. Because I was just looking, I didn't know. So when I told him, like, oh, I just want something to get rid of these grays that's up here, he was like, oh, no, here, come over here. We have some specifically for grays, right? So it costs more. He probably just looking for an upsell. But I'm like, if this is specifically for grays, like, this is going to get these boys out. Jack my hair up. I regret that so much now. Trying to get rid of them grays. I just didn't like how they was growing, because they're growing in here. And look, they've turned orange, you guys. The grays, they just only growing really right here. And they turn orange. So what woman want to be walking around with their hair like that? Not me. So that's why I wanted to get rid of them, but I wish I had left them alone. But the reason why I turned around after that, so I bleached it now, tried to get rid of it with some gray dye now. The reason why I turned around after that and got the black wrenches is because I was panicking and crying about my hair and about cutting it and trying to correct it and nothing working out, my hair being angry at me. Everyone was like, the black rinse. A lot of people use black rinse because it moisturizes, conditions, protects their hair. So they was like, just go and get a black rinse. That'll fix it and take care of your hair. So that's what I went and did. I went and got that. Ooh, I turned it right there. And for the most part, I think that it kind of did help, to be honest. With as bad of a state my hair is in right now, it's actually much better than what it was before I did it or whatever, before I had dyed it that. So luckily I didn't do like no videos. Oh no, I did do a video after I had messed up my hair. I think I even mentioned it too in the video, but I didn't go in depth with it. But yeah, so that's actually all I wanted to come and show you guys. You can straighten your hair, natural hair, that's air dried with leave-in conditioner and all that, and it is no problem to your hair. You don't need blow dryer. You don't need a press and comb. Just flat iron your hair, wrap it, and watch how it falls the next day, silky straight. Y'all have a great day. Take care.